welcome back to Mega Man X6. So, alright, first off, we're able to equip parts already. Normally you don't start the game with anything equipable, but, well, you know, we're playing a very good hack that means, the moment you get any part, you are allowed to equip it. This is what the chart looks like. X and Zero do have their own unique parts, but there's also the shared section as well, so just figure out what you can equip with each character. They make it even more clear than it was in X5, because it's not just an X or a Zero indicator, it's just straight up different sections. And with that all out of the way, it's time for Nightmare Effects. Oh boy, so, I will give X6 one thing. It tries to do a thing that only X1 ever really did. I won't say they did it successfully. I would say, in fact, it's quite bad, but they did recognize that X1 had a cool idea that they never really followed up on. Never really got to be the, series' mainstay or identity or anything like that. So, when you beat a stage, typically two other stages will be affected by that. They will gain a random nightmare effect. This is not one of the nightmare effects, however. So, this is Nightmare Rain, which, yes, all of the effects in this game are nightmare something or other. It does get kind of stupid. Hey, you remember the traps in the previous stage? Those were nightmare lasers. It's all nightmares all the way down. Anyway, this is the reason I can't actually complete this game with a no-hit run, because we just have force damage sections. That's fun, right? Everybody loves force damage. That just ends with, pods that automatically heal you. Because bad design. So yeah, Nightmare Rain is a bad idea, but that's always here. That, however, that effect that's kinda like, the Zero virus from the previous game, yeah, that is the Nightmare Mirror. That's our reward for beating the Laser Institute, is whatever your player character isn't, that'll be the Nightmare Mirror that attacks you, so since we're playing as Zero, we have X coming after us in this stage, and yeah, it's just as annoying as the obstacle that appears in the final level of X5. Now, to be fair, we're not dealing with endgame difficulty overall, but still. That also only affects 2 stages. But yeah, no, nonetheless, this is just... Oh god, I can't even shoot that guy, that's bad. That enemy is just placed in the worst position on purpose. And they're also enemies that guard all the time, so you kinda just have to sit and wait for them to not be guarding. In this section where you're taking force damage. X6 is real good. I gotta not say that all the time, or I will. But yeah, like, they try to do an X1 thing by making it so that stages affect other stages, but it feels a lot more, I don't know, heavy-handed doesn't quite feel like the right word to use, but like, it actually felt natural, in X1, like the way one stage would affect the other would be like an airship crashing into the stage, and you would see the airship. But in this game it's just, okay, what's some random nightmare effect we could do? Okay, it's in this couple of stages now, and you just have to deal with it. It feels out of place, which I guess isn't totally a bad idea. I mean, it is the nightmare. We should be, it should be completely random. We shouldn't be able to figure out any kind of rhyme or reason for it. It should be wild and wacky. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care about the nightmare as a concept. I think it's kind of boring after everything else we've faced in the X series thus far. Oh, here's a section we can't actually pass because there's spikes, so... Gotta get better shoes first, and we can't be playing as Zero. We also have the floating nightmare viruses. Those guys are interesting, and I actually kind of disagree with one of the changes made for the hack. So, okay, nightmare viruses, I've already mentioned, they can attack the injured Reploids and transform them. So that's bad, they can permakill them in vanilla. They also drop those blue orbs, which are nightmare souls, which basically just give you points towards your next rank. It's not the only thing towards rank, but it's one of the things, and it's kind of important. In the base game, if you don't pick those up soon enough, they actually become another nightmare virus, and then if you kill them again, they don't drop a nightmare soul. I feel like enough of the garbage kinda got cleared from this game that they could have kept that. Like, on top of everything else, that's a very bad mechanic, sure, but I kinda like that. If they're trying to establish this nightmare virus as a thing, you might as well just make it seem like something that can revitalize itself and is, you know, nigh unkillable unless you just pick up its corpse and figure out a way to deal with it later. Ah, cool. Fair enough. Hey, can you help? No. Okay, sure, whatever. Honestly, kinda saw that answer coming, but I figured I'd ask anyway. Alright, so Turtloid's a lot like Sheldon. He is loyal to his master, and he shall be loyal to the end, despite the fact that he is an incredibly easy boss. So you pretty much just stab him in the back a whole bunch. Do be careful, because eventually he'll do this, and this is the point where you will want to run away. But while he is a gigantic target, he's pretty easy to lead. You just kind of have to not be too quick on the uptake. If you try to jump ahead of him, he'll just go backwards into you. You need to wait for him to actually start moving. Only then will you realize that you have actually zigged and zagged on him. And yeah, other than that, this boss is so incredibly easy. Especially with Zero, you just stab him a bunch, he's not bad at all. We removed the way he actually fires missiles, we destroyed the gems, so it's fine. He was not an issue at all. And there we go, that's Rainy Turtloid stage. It's bad! It's just... real bad. Like, it's bad in the first place. I do not think force damage is a good idea in most cases. Granted, I understand. I'm a bit biased in that regard, considering how I usually run these. But I still think it's a bad idea to just hit you with acid rain. Force damage, like, there are instances of it, but like, usually it's more for story stuff, not for a challenge. And yeah, then the Nightmare Mirror gets added, and it's just, here's a bad stage with a worse obstacle. I'm sorry, what? Oh my god, he can defend himself too well! Please, we need to lower his defensive capabilities, so he's killed by acid rain. That's stupid, why would I ever do that? Oh geez, Boss Gate's getting criticized. I guess I'm also going to commit suicide. God, why have we had 2 counts of Reploid suicide? Okay, I swear the bosses aren't all this bad. I swear that's not the theme of the game. It's not just all bosses who were wronged in some way and killed themselves. There are other storylines. I just happened to pick the suicide ones first. I swear, next time we fight an investigator that did not kill himself, at least.